I grew up in the time when you went to school and then you came home and you had to go in and change into your play clothes, and you got the snack on the way out the door and you were out until dinner time. So we were outdoor people.
The idea of being outdoors was both something that was sort of habitual within my family, and certainly the summertime on the Cape. I was pretty much the day after school was out, I was barefoot running around, being outdoors.
When I first was invited down here to spend the weekend at the end of Cranberry Lane on the water, Dave took me out on his boat and we went all the way down to the point and walked the beach, and there was just nothing but sand and waves and beautiful rocks and shells, and I fell in love with it.
What Chatham represented to me was this wonderful little community of around 2,000, 2,500, where not long after you arrived here, you would nod or wave to people in other cars and trucks.
Families, all the families, their parents were working, their names were on trucks, and they weren't shiny trucks. Everything was, working class, beat up. The fishermen had really rusty pickup trucks, not shiny new ones. And there was a lot of gear, of course, around, but it was really working class. And you knew there was a year-round economy, and the summer thing was just something that came out of that.
From my perspective, growing up here summers, there indeed was there was a definite summer community. The summer residents were committed to keeping the quality of Chatham, of preserving it.
Chatham changes dramatically. It goes from being a fishing community, summer tourism, to retirement community with fishing and summer tourism.
People of my parents' generation were certainly witnesses to a lot of land development taking place in Chatham, and were beginning to become a little bit concerned about sort of what was going to happen to the spot that they'd grown to love. Conservation land became an important effort to try to figure out a way to preserve some open space.
And there was some land that came available that somebody who owned called Fox Hill. And that was the first piece of property that the foundation acquired. So we started buying parcels, but we had no money to start with, so everything had to be all contributed.
The individuals who were founders were longtime residents of the town, influential members of the town, and people listened to them when they talked about the importance of trying to make sure that certain parcels of land were preserved forever. The biggest thing, though, was in the early 70s, they asked my father to participate in raising funds for the acquisition of Strong Island.
That was slated for development. That was slated for, I don't remember, 250 condos or something like that. I mean, it was just appalling. And of course, everyone in town was aware of that, or those who think and feel the way I do.
It was an immense project. It was all staked out to be developed. That would have made a huge impact on Pleasant Bay. If you looked out from the mainland and you saw houses out there, instead of seeing what you see, it would have been a big impact. It bonded the community together, I think, and the foundation itself. And now it's our jewel.
We also have to look inland too, though, because our freshwater ponds are some of our most important water resources here in Chatham. And the Chatham Conservation Foundation has preserved many shorelines on these beautiful ponds, such as Goose Pond, where the Chatham Conservation Foundation has a lovely property.
Anything that gets people onto the land or into the woods is a good thing, because if you don't have the experience of being there, how can you appreciate it?
It would be a shame to go through every street in Chatham and find nothing but house after house after house after house. So I think that the original foresight of the original founders is paying off.
I think that the Chatham Conservation Foundation has made a commitment to preserve not just the natural beauty of the town, but the history of the town and its natural resources. They're all intertwined. That's what people come here for. It's the sense of history combined with natural beauty that attracts people and makes them want to stay and commit to preserving it. The Chatham Conservation Foundation has the opportunity to provide a platform that people can express that love for the town, and I hope that they will continue to do that.